Live, record the audio. Testing, we are live. What's up, you guys? We'll give it a minute to join. Everyone to join. Go to my slides. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coffee is for Closers. I think this is episode 16? 16. Wow. That means we've been doing this for 4 months. That's a really long time. Amy and I had a really busy summer, and now we're 4 months in, and I just wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for joining every single week. I hope it's been really, really helpful and educational too. You guys know that I love questions, so I can answer them at the end. So if you do have any questions today, feel free to put them down in the comments. And we'll get to them today. Hi, Tiffany. We already got a thumbs up, so feel free to share this on your pages to get the message out to everybody. You also know that every single week I do giveaways for gift cards. Right now I've got Amazon ones. So if you guys want a gift card, it's really easy. All you have to do is participate, which is show up. Ask me questions that you have because I love to answer them. And also share this on your pages. So like it, give it a heart, share it, and participate. You get participation. And who doesn't want money to Amazon? We all use Amazon. I swear I don't think I go to the store anymore. I don't think Amy goes to the store anymore either. We just go to Amazon. And the winner for last week, Bob Pearl, you're getting a $25 gift card. Thank you so much for joining Monique and I from the biggest ship in the world. I am very happy to be back on land, let me tell you. And Bob, this is for you. So we'll send you a message, send me your address, and I'll pop it in the mail today or tomorrow. Okay? So today is, let me go to my slides real quick so you can see my screen. Okay, so this is Coffee is for Closers, episode number 16, and it's how to not fear rejections. And I feel that a lot of us and a lot of people I talk to, we have this fear of rejection sometimes, and we are going to talk about how to work through that and maneuver through that. So that's what today is all about. If you want to comment below and tell me like what's the number one thing you're struggling with when it comes to sales in your business, I would love to know because maybe I'll talk about it in the future. So the signature recipe for today for Coffee is for Closers is rejection on your mind a latte. You know how much I love my lattes. I have one like every morning, but AKA a lot. So do you have rejection on your mind a lot? You know, the stirring idea of a self-prophecy. The recipe to getting over rejection, of course, our cup of wisdom and energy for your soul. So that is the game plan for today. Again, if you want to put the number one thing that you're struggling with in the comments below, I would love to know, again, all about your sales problems, not your dating problems, not your marketing. I want to know all about your sales related problems in your business or your job. What are some of the biggest challenges? I know a lot of people have shared some of their thoughts on Instagram. So if there aren't any questions, maybe I'll ask one of those, but hopefully you guys put a lot of questions down below in the comments. So let's go over, hold on, I lost my slide. Okay, so let's go over why rejection can't be on your mind too much for a latte. Your focus should always be on your clients. I don't know if sometimes you're thinking when you're on a sales call or you're working with a prospect, but sometimes you're thinking about yourself and what's going to be the outcome. Are you going to get the sale? Are you going to get a new client? And it really needs to be all about your client. Okay, so that's like number one. The focus should be on your client. It should be on your prospects. It should be on who is the customer. When you think of rejection or it's on your mind a lot, it takes a long time to get that out of your head. And I think a lot of times it's that little voice in our head that keeps talking all the time. So you want to make sure that it doesn't take you long to recover from rejections. And we talk a lot about this on my podcast, Success Unfiltered. And it was really interesting. Today I interviewed Manish. Anyway, he's got a company called Pavlok, and it's a tool, really cool, that helps you break habits. Gambling habits, drinking habits, whatever. And it's really interesting because he doesn't take long to recover from a no. He's been told no so many times. He's been rejected multiple times. He has, do you guys watch Shark Tank? Does anyone watch that show? Okay. His episode actually aired, so you all know that mine never aired, but his aired, and his was the most viewed Shark Tank episode. So if you go to like YouTube, you can type in Manish and Pavlok and you'll see it. But you'll see how bad his rejection was, right? And it kind of threw him for a loop. And he got like 38 one-star Amazon reviews right after that happened. And then after that, his sales plummeted. And like all of this started to happen. But you can't have that rejection on your mind for too long. Otherwise, it can really set you back. And what was interesting, and what you guys will hear when the episode airs in the future, is what he did to overcome that. And how he actually changed his beliefs, and he changed the way his thoughts were. And how powerful our thoughts can be. And, rejection, it'll make you feel like a failure. Yes, it will, but there's a short term, but there's also a long-term learning lesson that you have from it. And in his instance from today, he had so many learning lessons. And he noticed, I guess he said Mark Cuban was the first person to tell him what a stupid idea it was and all this other stuff. And then, all the other sharks decided to agree with it, right? But if one shark said, oh my God, this is the best thing on earth, and they didn't, balk at it at first, then you would have had a different reaction from all the other people. And maybe he wouldn't have had such a bad rejection or have been told no, right? So those are the important points on why rejection can't be on your mind too long. I think we all really, if you want to take 3 things to do, if you got rejected or told no yesterday, for example, what's one thing you learned from it? Maybe write that down. What's one positive thing you learned? Not a negative thing you learned. What's one positive? Because we need to shift the brain pattern and where our thoughts are. So what's one thing you learned from it? What's one thing that you can put into action today? You guys all know I'm all about action. So what can you actually take to implement so something like that might not happen again? And also, what good things actually came about from it? See, in Manesh's situation, he actually had a ton of good come out from his terrible experience at the time. At the time, it was a massive rejection, but in the future, it turned into so many different opportunities. He was able to raise all this money. He changed his beliefs and his mindset, so he is always never in he calls them the death situations. It's a really good interview. I can't wait till you guys hear it. So a lot of that kind of stuff will come out. So there's those 3 things that you can actually do for every single big rejection you had. All right, if you've got any questions, comments, put them in the comments below. Ask me a question. I'll get to it a little bit later. Also, I'd love to know, how did you hear about Coffee is for Closers? If you want to put that in the comments. Also, if you want these slides, you can type in show in the notes below. So just type that in below and you'll get all these slides. So it's a great deal, right? And you'll get notified when I go live. So let's go over the stirring idea of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You guys all staying hydrated? I don't know if you've seen the weather, but in San Diego it is 100 degrees. Have to stay hydrated. All right, can you see my screen? Yes, okay. So the stirring idea of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Let me explain what this is. It's a prediction that directly or indirectly causes itself to become true by the very terms of prophecy itself due to positive, negative feedback between belief and behavior. AKA, if you think you're going to get rejected, you will. Okay, this is all about your beliefs and what you think, right? And what they say, like, your beliefs and your thoughts persist, like what's going to happen. I'll give you a total example, and it's so weird how this happens. But sometimes if I'm doing a sales call or my mind is going not in great places and I'm like, I bet this person's not going to show up to the call today. Do you guys want to know what's going to happen? They're not going to show up. It's the most bizarre thing, but does that happen to you guys? Comment below if that happens to you, because I would love to know. I can't see if anyone's commenting, but it's bizarre. If you think something a lot, like let's say you're thinking about someone, right? And you're thinking about them and you're thinking about them, and then all of a sudden you get a text or a phone call from them. Has that ever happened to you? It's bizarre. That's what I'm talking about. So if you think you're going to get rejected, you will. So what I love to share with you is try to stay in the positive. You can do affirmations that we've talked about before. There's so many things. You could do jumping jacks, or you could do like what Mel Robbins suggests. You could do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to change your mindset a little bit. But don't think about that you're going to get told no or you're going to get rejected. Think for the positive. Now, it might happen. I totally get that. But at least we're coming from it from the positive. We're saying, yes, I'm going to be able to help this person. They're going to need me. They're going to love it. It's a different place than coming from, gosh, I hope they don't tell me no. I'm probably not going to get them as a client. They might tell me that my products or my service is just too expensive. Or you know what? They can't afford it. You guys know what I'm talking about. All that little mind chatter that goes on. This is the stuff we want to try to put a little bit of a halt to. Okay? So that is that slide. And hopefully this is helping you, because if you can figure out a way to stop the little chatter a little bit, things will go a lot better. Because when I say that every single client is going to show up to a call, or every single client is going to want to work with me, or I'm going to come to Facebook and people are going to show up. You all show up. But if I come here, oh, no one's going to come to Coffee is for Closers today. I'm just going to be talking to 3 or 4 5 different cameras to myself. Then that's probably what's going to happen. But what I'm telling myself is that I'm very excited to be here on Tuesdays. I'm very excited to answer your guys' questions. And I'm here to serve you and answer all your questions. And what do you know? You all show up. Like last week, I was with my friend Monique on the ship, and that episode has like 400 something views. We had a lot of questions, a lot of answers going on, and it was fun, right? It was a lot of fun. I actually wrote a joke when, so my friend Monique is the comedian, if you all didn't know that. So she's really, really funny. And I actually wrote a bit for sales for you guys. So when Amy's done with my phone, I'm going to pull up my notes and I'll tell you my jokes. So when she's done, I think we're doing some LinkedIn action. So we'll go back to the slides. And I love this quote. Amy found it. W. Clement Stone says, sales are contingent upon the attitude of the salesperson, not the attitude of the prospect. And he's 1,000% accurate. Your attitude and what you're thinking up here in your head is everything that's going to be the outcome in your sales calls, in your pitches. I did an interview, I think it was last night. All my days are getting really mixed together. I'm a little bit lightheaded and I'm very thirsty and dehydrated because it's so hot out here. But yesterday it was very interesting because I was interviewing Cody. That's right, Cody Barbo. He's amazing. And he said, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? And your attitude, when you can put yourself in more of those situations, so you're getting really comfortable with being in uncomfortable situations, your attitude's going to shift. Your attitude and your confidence are going to shift. And when your attitude and your confidence shift, your rejections and your no's will start to decrease. So your sales and getting new clients has a lot to do with your attitude, your mindset, your beliefs on what do you think about. Another example, yesterday I had a call with a person named Kelly. And Kelly has a belief that her clients need to have a payment plan. Well, how do you know your clients need a payment plan? Did they tell you that? No, they never told her that. That was actually her thoughts and her belief because she'd rather have a payment plan. So again, you guys need to, the sales and the process isn't about you. It's all about your clients. And so whatever they're saying, you can't make it up for them. So when her and I were talking yesterday, it was very, very interesting because she said, you know what? You're right. Maybe they don't need one. And I said, well, why don't we give your clients incentive? Because she has a business where it's pretty important to get information and documents to her in a timely fashion. Okay. What if you were able to incentivize people to provide the documents in a timely fashion, which ultimately will reduce your back and forth with clients because your time is money? Great idea. So if she were able to remove the payment plans, or if you're going to have a payment plan, you're going to charge your interest, like make it a couple $100 more. But again, it's all about your attitude, and your attitude stems from what you believe in and what do you think. So my point is it's all up to you guys, and you can all do it. And just like W. Clement Stone says. So again, if you've got questions, put them in the comments below. I'd love to know what are your pain points as it relates to sales. Maybe we can get to those later. Again, if you want the slides, type in show in the comments below, please. And how is everyone doing? You guys staying hydrated? We have questions coming, Amy, or I need water.
No questions yet.
If you can like, heart, share. I'm giving away Amazon gift card for next week because this helps spread the message of Coffee is for Closers to more people. So feel free to share it on your pages. It's a benefit for everybody. All right, so let's go back to the slides. And again, if you want to put your questions down below, awesome. So what's the recipe to getting over rejection? Like, how do you get over it, right? For me or for Manesh, we get over it easily because we've been put in that place so many times. But list your fears out. And I really like this because if you list them out, then you'll be aware of where you need to work on, right? How likely are they to happen? So if you list out what are you scared of or what are those fears, like maybe it's, I hate talking about the money. I hate asking people for their credit card. I hate, I don't know what they're going to ask me. Being in the unknown, like you're not sure what people are going to ask you. That might be one. Are there real life consequences? I don't know. I mean, if you have a fear that if someone doesn't sign up with you today and you're not going to get $20,000 this month, that could be a pretty big fear. Learn to accept the no. When you can master this, you'll be really, really good. And this is very interesting. Only 25% of the people that you probably will talk to, so let's say you're talking to 10 people, that's 2.5 people become clients. So that's the average. I know, like I was talking to Kelly yesterday, for every 10 people, she gets 8 or 9 new clients. Again, her leads are a lot warmer, so it depends on, like, are you getting cold leads? Are you getting hot leads? Are you getting warm leads? There's so many variables. But just so you know, 25% become sales. So you're not alone. And remember your value and your worth. If you want a reference, you can go back to episode number 5. We'll put the link down below. But Coffee is for Closers, episode number 5 was all about knowing your value and knowing your worth. And that's really important too, because it will reduce and diminish the amount those fears and the rejections start to come up and bother us and get in our way, because they just stop us from doing what you love to do. And if you love to help people and serve people and you have an awesome product, like Manesh has with his padlock product, I mean, that guy, he gets fueled on people challenging him on his science of his product, and putting them to the test, like, and being put in rejection and no situation. That's what fuels his fire. I know we're all not cut out to be that way, but keep that in mind. And accomplish and celebrate your small wins. This is extremely important. You need to celebrate some of those small wins that you do have on a weekly basis. I've talked about it before, but I think a big one or a couple things is save reviews that people review your products on. Maybe not the 1-star ones like Manesh had, but the positive ones. The 1-star ones, if they're real, maybe you can learn something from it. Save emails. People send you nice emails. Save them. Look at them often because it will help you get over those fears and those rejections and no's and the harder times a lot quicker. Read a motivating book, or for me, motivating audiobook or music. And like I said, save every email, text, review, testimonial. I have a folder called the acknowledgement folder on my iPhone, so I'm always saving copies of that. So keep those, save them, and it will definitely help you out on reducing the thoughts of those rejections and no's, but also, listing your fears and really challenging yourself to work on them, because it will get better over time. Time and experience solves and helps everything. Maybe you guys can comment below, what is the biggest fear that you have as it relates to your business or like with sales? I would love to know. How are we doing? We good?
Yeah, someone commented saying he finds that when the call didn't go well, make changes to the call and send out positive vibes.
Yes. Send out positive vibes. I can't agree more with the call. I'm actually going to be helping people on that exact subject. So I'm going to be reviewing calls and giving you fixes, because every time you can tweak something little, you're going to just make that much bigger of an impact. So if you're talking to 10 people and your average is 25%, how do we get it to 30%? How do we get it to 40%? And we make those little tweaks. So I agree. Tweaking what you do every time to see if it changes the end result is a really, really good thing. Any other ones? Nope. Okay. So the last thing before I go into my act, I'm going to do a joke for you guys today because this is hilarious. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is the successful people do all the things the unsuccessful people don't want to do. I'm sure you've heard that before. When 10 doors are slammed in your face, go to door number 11 enthusiastically with a smile on your face. This is a self-made billionaire saying it, and I totally agree. I've had personally a lot of doors slam in my face, like pretty hard. And it makes it really, really challenging to go after door number 9, door number 10, door number 11. But you have to give everything a clean slate. I'm sure you've had this scenario in all forms of life, like with your friends, right? You've got a friend and they lie to you, or you don't trust them and you have to give them another chance. Think of the sales process as kind of similar. Like, if Susie, who you just got off the phone with, put you through the ringer, you've got to get your mind right. You've got to do, the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or you've got to do your jumping jacks or your affirmation to change your mind, because you don't want to go into your next call or next pitch or next client meeting or whatever all messed up, right? You've got to change the pattern. So I love this quote by John Paul. Okay, I am going to do my joke, okay? So Monique and I did this on the ship last week because I'm like, wouldn't it be funny to do some, and I'll practice it every week and we'll see if it gets better. But it's called Sales 101, okay? I have to read it because I don't have my bit and act memorized yet right now. But I have, you know what else? I thought I should tell you guys every Coffee is for Closers, like what I do. Because what if you show up to Coffee is for Closers and you don't know what I do? I should have done this in the beginning, but I didn't. So anyway, I am Michelle. I'm not going to say my last name because my last name is associated with someone who's not very good right now. I used to want him to be my uncle. Now I want nothing to do with my last name. So I am the pitch queen. Michelle the pitch queen. That's it. That's my name. I have done everything I'm about to tell you to a fault. I've sold everything from red chicken enchiladas to multi-million-dollar homes to mortgages to $30,000 online products. I've sold clothes at Nordstrom. I sold tequila shots and other things in college. Like, I've kind of done it all. So I've had a lot of experience. And I believed in my products so that when I was outgunned and outmanned, I persevered. And I always have. So you grow through adversity, and if my physical size matched my business savvy, I'd be as big as the Statue of Liberty with a Kim Kardashian butt. You're supposed to laugh now, okay? That was part of my joke. Isn't that funny? If you are willing to grow and you have faced adversity and you can picture yourself saying thank you to your new customer at the end of the call, I can help you here every Tuesday on Coffee is for Closers. How am I doing so far? I should probably get off the slides. This is entertaining, right? This is now a comedy show. Thank you, Monique Marvez. All right, here we go to the real jokes. This is like, that was kind of, she calls the setup. But I'm not a really good comedian, so it's even funnier. If you're not selling things that people are dying for, then, oh wait, shit, I messed up. If you're not selling things people are dying for, you have to be passionate or people will sense you're just trying to get paid. We can't all sell Pinkberry, Starbucks, or cemetery plots designed for mother-in-laws. You gotta be dying for it. Oh, not funny? Okay, joke number 2. If you are a man, you should only sell douche if you've been with stinky women. You gotta know your products and know who needs them thoroughly, inside and out. It gets better. No, I'm just kidding. This is now the closing. You must believe your products will make their life better, and in selling it, make your life better too. I'll leave it with that, you guys, today. So, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I need some water, but do you have any questions that you want answered?
How to find interested people in your field. I like that one.
We have a question. Good, I like questions. How do you find interested people in your field? Well, it really depends on what you're selling. And it depends on where do they hang out. So, are your people on LinkedIn? Are your people on Facebook? Are you a brick and mortar business? And are you your people within a mile radius of your house? What problem are you solving? That could also be something too. You know, what problem are you solving? Are you selling something online? Are you here right now? Are they here right now?
No.
Okay. So it depends on like what you're selling, but are they at trade shows? There's so many conferences, trade shows, live events and things. Like, you've got to think about, number one, where are your people hanging out? So think about that, write down 10 different places, and then just go there and start chatting with them. Any other questions?
How to be known in their field of expertise.
How to be known. Well, you got to do what I did at the end, at the beginning, and that's tell people who you are, what you've done, and the things that you've done. So I think, number one, you can get testimonials. I did it yesterday. I think it's still on my Instagram Live if you guys want to check it out. But I showed you exactly how I got a testimonial from a client. I sometimes need to remind myself to do that, but it's really important to get testimonials to gain credibility. The other way to get credibility is actually do what you do best and get great results. So if you're really good at what you do, for me, I'm really good at sales, right? So I am teaching all of you what is it that I know. So how do you gain credibility? I'm showing you what I do for sales. I'm sharing stories of what I've done over the last 20 years. You all know I helped my friend with her business. We've grown it over 300,000 additional revenue in the last, I think it's 5 months now, 5.5 months. So I'm showing you that I'm credible because I've actually done it. I don't believe that you should be helping people if you haven't already done it yourself. So first you become the expert, and then you can share with other people and show your credibility that way. Good. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you can share this post from Facebook onto your pages, that's number 1. Number 2, like it. And number 3, feel free to leave a comment below. And I will see you guys next week. I think next week's Halloween. Maybe we'll dress up. Have a great day.
The LinkedIn video went